Ladies and gentlemen, success is not just about what you do, it's about who you are when the pressure is on. It's not about the opportunities you get, but how you respond to them. And that response is driven by your emotions. Every single one of us has felt the heat of frustration, the sting of rejection, or the suffocating grip of fear. These emotions can overwhelm us, paralyze us, and keep us stuck. But I'm here to tell you today that your emotions are not your enemy. They are your power if you learn to manage them. Emotions are a fundamental part of being human. They shape our thoughts, decisions, and actions. They can inspire us to achieve great things, but they can also hold us back when we let them take control. Understanding your emotions is not about denying or suppressing them. It is about being aware of what you feel and why. It is about developing the ability to step back, assess, and use your emotions constructively. This process begins with self-awareness. When you experience an emotion, whether it is happiness, anger, fear, or frustration, it is important to recognize it for what it is. Emotions are signals from your mind and body. They alert you to what is happening internally and externally. For example, fear might indicate a perceived threat, while anger could signal a violation of your values or boundaries. Rather than simply reacting to these emotions, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now, and what is causing it? This question alone can create space for clarity and prevent impulsive decisions. Understanding your emotions also requires an awareness of triggers. Triggers are specific events, situations, or interactions that evoke a strong emotional response. They can be tied to past experiences, unresolved issues, or personal insecurities. By identifying your triggers, you can prepare yourself to handle situations that might otherwise catch you off guard. For instance, if you know that criticism tends to make you defensive, you can practice responding with curiosity rather than defensiveness. Instead of reacting emotionally, you might choose to ask, can you help me understand your perspective? This shift in response not only diffuses tension, but also allows for growth and learning. Another essential aspect of understanding your emotions is recognizing patterns in your emotional responses. Over time, you may notice recurring themes in how you react to certain situations. Do you often feel anxious when faced with uncertainty? Do you tend to shut down when confronted with conflict? These patterns can reveal underlying beliefs or fears that influence your behavior. By identifying these patterns, you can begin to challenge and change them. This requires honesty with yourself and a willingness to explore the deeper reasons behind your emotional reactions. It is also important to understand the role of your thoughts in shaping your emotions. Emotions do not exist in isolation. They are often influenced by the way you interpret events. For example, two people might experience the same situation but feel completely different emotions based on their perspectives. If one person views a setback as a failure, they may feel discouraged. However, if another person sees the same setback as a learning opportunity, they may feel motivated to try again. This demonstrates the power of reframing your thoughts. By shifting your perspective, you can influence how you feel and ultimately how you respond. Learning to sit with your emotions is another key part of understanding them. In a world that often encourages distraction and avoidance, it can be uncomfortable to fully experience your feelings. However, avoiding emotions only prolongs their impact. When you allow yourself to feel an emotion without judgment, you create an opportunity to process and move through it. This doesn't mean wallowing in negative feelings, but rather acknowledging them and giving yourself permission to feel. For instance, if you are feeling sad, it is okay to take time to reflect on why. By doing so, you gain insight into what matters to you and what might need to change in your life. Understanding your emotions also involves recognizing their intensity and duration. Not all emotions are created equal. Some are fleeting, while others linger. When you notice an emotion persisting longer than expected, it could be a sign that there is an unresolved issue or need that requires attention. For example, prolonged anger might indicate a boundary that has been crossed repeatedly, while lingering sadness might point to unmet expectations or unhealed wounds. By paying attention to these signals, you can address the root causes of your emotions rather than just their symptoms. Developing emotional understanding takes time and practice. It is a skill that grows with effort and intentionality. Journaling can be a helpful tool for this process. Writing down your thoughts and feelings allows you to explore them in greater depth. Over time, you may begin to notice patterns, triggers, and areas for growth. Additionally, mindfulness practices such as meditation can help you cultivate a greater awareness of your emotions in the present moment. Understanding your emotions is a form of self-care and self-empowerment. It allows you to take control of your inner world rather than being at the mercy of it. When you understand your emotions, you can respond to life's challenges with greater wisdom, resilience, and grace. This is not about perfection, but about progress. Every step you take toward emotional awareness brings you closer to mastering yourself and unlocking your full potential. Negative emotions, like fear, anger, and frustration, are a natural part of life. They arise in response to challenges, threats, and unmet expectations. While these emotions can feel overwhelming or even destructive at times, they carry valuable information about our inner state and the world around us. The key to managing them is not to suppress or deny them, but to channel them into positive, constructive actions. When you learn to redirect these powerful emotions, they become a source of strength and motivation rather than a barrier to your success. Fear, for example, is one of the most paralyzing emotions people experience. It can stop you from taking risks, pursuing opportunities, or stepping out of your comfort zone. But fear, when reframed, can also be a powerful motivator. It highlights areas where you are stepping into the unknown, challenging yourself, or pushing past limits. Instead of allowing fear to hold you back, you can use it as a signal to prepare and focus. For instance, if you fear failing at a new project, you can channel that fear into meticulous preparation and skill building. By turning your attention to what you can control, your effort, your attitude, and your actions, you transform fear into fuel for progress. Anger is another emotion that often gets a bad reputation. Left unchecked, anger can lead to impulsive actions and strained relationships. But anger, when channeled effectively, is a force for change. It can push you to stand up for yourself, fight for what you believe in, and correct injustices. The first step in channeling anger is recognizing its source. What is it about the situation that frustrates or upsets you? Once you identify the root cause, you can focus on finding solutions rather than simply reacting. For example, if you're angry about being overlooked for an opportunity, you can use that anger to motivate yourself to improve, learn, and prove your value. Instead of dwelling on the situation, you take action to ensure it doesn't happen again. Frustration is another common emotion, particularly when things don't go as planned or progress feels slow. Like fear and anger, frustration can either hinder or help you, depending on how you handle it. When you feel frustrated, it's easy to want to quit or blame others. But frustration can also be a sign that you care deeply about your goals and that there's room for growth. By channeling frustration into persistence and creativity, you can push through obstacles and find new ways to succeed. For example, if a project isn't yielding the results you hope for, frustration can motivate you to reevaluate your approach, seek advice, or try a different strategy. It can propel you to dig deeper and work smarter. The process of channeling negative emotions begins with awareness. You must first acknowledge what you're feeling and accept it without judgment. Negative emotions are not inherently bad. They are a natural part of the human experience. Once you recognize the emotion, take a moment to pause and reflect. What is this emotion telling you? What triggered it? And how can you use it to move forward rather than hold yourself back? This reflective process creates a gap between the emotion and your response, giving you the power to choose how to act. Another powerful tool for channeling negative emotions is reframing. This involves shifting your perspective on the situation that triggered the emotion. Instead of seeing fear as a signal to retreat, view it as an opportunity to grow. Instead of seeing anger as a reason to lash out, see it as a call to take meaningful action. Reframing allows you to turn negative emotions into positive energy by focusing on their potential to inspire change and improvement. It's also important to have healthy outlets for releasing and redirecting negative emotions. Physical activity, such as exercise, is one of the most effective ways to channel emotions like anger and frustration. Moving your body not only reduces stress, but also gives you a productive way to release pent-up energy. Similarly, creative outlets like writing, painting, or playing music can help you process emotions and transform them into something meaningful. These activities give your emotions a purpose, allowing you to express them constructively. Communication is another critical aspect of channeling negative emotions. Bottling up your feelings can lead to resentment and miscommunication, while venting in an uncontrolled way can damage relationships. Instead, strive for open, honest, and respectful communication. If you're upset with someone, express your feelings calmly and focus on finding a solution rather than assigning blame. This approach not only helps you manage your emotions, but also strengthens your relationships and builds mutual understanding. Lastly, set clear goals for yourself and let them guide your response to negative emotions. When you're focused on a larger purpose, it becomes easier to channel emotions like fear, anger, and frustration into actions that align with your vision. For example, if your goal is to start a successful business, you can use the fear of failure to prepare thoroughly, the anger from setbacks to drive innovation, and the frustration of slow progress to fuel persistence. Your goals give your emotions direction, turning them into powerful allies on your path to success. By learning to channel negative emotions, you take control of the impact on your life. You transform them from obstacles into opportunities, from barriers into bridges. The energy behind these emotions is immense when you harness it wisely. There is no limit to what you can achieve. Positive emotions like joy, gratitude, and pride are often seen as fleeting moments that come and go with circumstances. Yet these emotions hold immense power when harnessed and cultivated intentionally. They provide fuel for resilience, motivation, and long-term success. To make the most of them, you must learn to embrace and celebrate them fully rather than letting them pass by unnoticed. These moments are not just rewards for your efforts, they are essential tools for reinforcing positive habits and maintaining the energy needed to keep pushing forward. Joy is one of the most uplifting and transformative emotions you can experience. It is a reminder of what truly matters to you and serves as a reflection of your progress and achievements. Often people downplay their moments of joy, brushing them aside or moving quickly to the next task. This is a mistake. When you allow yourself to fully experience joy, you create a powerful memory that can sustain you through challenges. For example, if you achieve a personal milestone, take a moment to acknowledge it and reflect on the effort it took to get there. Celebrate the journey, not just the outcome, because every small step you take contributes to the larger goal. Gratitude is another positive emotion with profound benefits. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, creating a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Gratitude helps you stay grounded and appreciate the progress you've made, even if the road ahead still feels long. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more success, more recognition, more wealth, but gratitude reminds you to pause and recognize the blessings already in your life. One way to cultivate gratitude is by regularly reflecting on the things that have gone well, the people who have supported you, and the lessons you've learned. This practice can boost your mood, improve your relationships, and even enhance your productivity by helping you approach challenges with a more positive perspective. Pride is often misunderstood, but when experienced in a healthy way, it can be a powerful motivator. Pride in your accomplishments reminds you of your capabilities and reinforces your belief in yourself. It's not about arrogance or comparing yourself to others. It's about recognizing your hard work and valuing the unique contributions you bring to the table. When you achieve something meaningful, don't diminish it or dismiss it as luck. Own it. Let that sense of pride energize you and inspire you to aim even higher. For example, if you've overcome a significant obstacle, take a moment to reflect on the strength, persistence, and creativity it required. This acknowledgement builds confidence and sets the stage for future successes. One of the most effective ways to amplify positive emotions is through sharing them with others. Joy, gratitude, and pride are contagious. When you express these emotions openly, you not only deepen your own experience, but also inspire and uplift those around you. For instance, if you're grateful for a colleague's support, take the time to let them know. This simple act strengthens your connection and creates a ripple effect of positivity. Similarly, celebrating someone else's success doesn't diminish your own, it reinforces a culture of encouragement and collaboration. Another critical aspect of embracing positive emotions is understanding their role in resilience. Life is filled with ups and downs, and the ability to savor moments of joy and gratitude gives you the strength to endure tough times. Positive emotions act as a counterbalance to stress, helping you maintain a sense of hope and optimism even when things get difficult. For example, if you're facing a setback, recalling a moment of pride or gratitude can remind you of your ability to overcome challenges. It shifts your focus from what's going wrong to what's possible, empowering you to keep moving forward. Positive emotions also play a crucial role in reinforcing the behaviors that lead to success. When you allow yourself to celebrate victories, no matter how small, you create a positive feedback loop. Your brain begins to associate hard work and persistence with feelings of joy and accomplishment, making it more likely that you'll continue to put in the effort. For instance, if you set a goal to exercise regularly and feel a sense of pride after completing a workout, take a moment to acknowledge that feeling. This reinforces the habit and makes it easier to stay consistent. Mindfulness can enhance your ability to experience and savor positive emotions. By staying present in the moment, you become more attuned to the small joys that might otherwise go unnoticed: a kind word, a beautiful sunset, or the satisfaction of completing a task. Mindfulness helps you slow down and fully absorb these experiences, making them more impactful and meaningful. It trains your mind to focus on the positive rather than getting lost in worries about the future or regrets about the past. Lastly, it's important to remember that positive emotions are not just fleeting moments of happiness, they are tools for building a life of purpose and fulfillment. By intentionally cultivating joy, gratitude, and pride, you create a foundation of emotional strength that supports your growth and success. These emotions remind you of why you started, keep you motivated on your journey, and give you the energy to tackle challenges with optimism and determination. When you make a habit of celebrating the good in your life, you create a cycle of positivity that propels you forward no matter what obstacles you face. In the fast-paced and unpredictable world we live in, the ability to pause before reacting is one of the most powerful tools you can develop. Often, people act on impulse when faced with difficult situations, strong emotions, or unexpected challenges. This reactive behavior can lead to misunderstandings, poor decisions, and regret. Taking a moment to pause allows you to regain control, assess the situation objectively, and choose a response that aligns with your values and goals. When emotions run high, whether it's anger, frustration, fear, or even excitement, it's easy to fall into the trap of immediate reaction. For example, when someone criticizes you, your first instinct might be to respond defensively or lash out. While this is a natural response, it often escalates the situation and makes it harder to resolve. By pausing before you respond, you give yourself the space to process the emotion, understand its source, and consider the most constructive way to address it. Instead of reacting defensively, you might choose to listen, seek clarification, or calmly express your perspective. Pausing doesn't require a long stretch of time. Even a few seconds can make a significant difference. These moments of reflection allow your emotional response to subside and give your rational mind a chance to engage. This is especially important in situations where the stakes are high or where your actions could have lasting consequences. For instance, if you receive disappointing news, your initial reaction might be to give up or vent your frustration. However, by taking a moment to breathe and reflect, you can reframe the situation and focus on finding solutions. The power of pausing is rooted in mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment. When you pause, you bring your attention to the here and now rather than being swept away by emotions or external pressures. Mindfulness helps you tune into your thoughts and feelings without judgment, giving you greater insight into what's driving your reaction. For example, if you feel anger rising, pausing allows you to recognize that the anger might stem from feeling unheard or undervalued. This awareness can guide you to address the underlying issue rather than reacting impulsively. One of the most effective ways to practice pausing is through conscious breathing. When you feel overwhelmed or triggered, take a deep breath. This simple act helps calm your nervous system and creates a moment of stillness. Deep breathing not only reduces stress, but also gives you time to gather your thoughts and choose a deliberate response. For example, if you're in a heated discussion, pausing to take a breath can help you respond with composure rather than escalating the conflict. Pausing also gives you the opportunity to consider the broader context of a situation. Emotions are often tied to the immediate moment, but pausing allows you to step back and see the bigger picture. Ask yourself, what is the long-term impact of my response? Or how does this align with my values and goals? For example, if a colleague makes a mistake that affects your work, your initial reaction might be frustration or blame. However, by pausing, you can consider whether this reaction will strengthen or weaken your professional relationship. You might decide that offering support or finding a solution together is a more productive approach. Another benefit of pausing is that it prevents you from saying or doing things you might regret. Words spoken in anger or decisions made in haste often lead to unnecessary conflict or mistakes. By taking a moment to pause, you give yourself time to think about the potential consequences of your actions. For instance, if you're tempted to send an angry email in response to a perceived slight, pausing can help you reconsider. You might decide to rewrite the email with a more measured tone or wait until you're calmer to address the issue. Pausing also allows you to redirect your energy toward a solution rather than dwelling on the problem. When faced with a setback or challenge, it's easy to focus on what went wrong. However, taking a moment to pause can shift your perspective from frustration to problem solving. For example, if a project doesn't go as planned, pausing allows you to assess what can be learned and what steps to take next. This proactive mindset not only helps you overcome obstacles, but also builds resilience. Practicing the art of pausing takes time and intentionality. It requires a commitment to slowing down even in the heat of the moment. One way to build this habit is to incorporate regular moments of reflection into your daily routine. For example, at the end of each day, take a few minutes to review situations where you reacted impulsively and consider how pausing might have changed the outcome. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to pause and respond thoughtfully in real time. In high-pressure situations, pausing can be particularly challenging but also incredibly valuable. These are the moments when emotions are most likely to take over, yet they are also the moments when thoughtful responses matter most. By developing the habit of pausing, you equip yourself with the tools to navigate challenges with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Each pause becomes a step toward greater self-mastery and a more intentional, fulfilling life. Building emotional intelligence is one of the most transformative steps you can take in your journey toward success. It involves understanding and managing your emotions, as well as recognizing and influencing the emotions of others. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is often described as the ability to navigate emotional landscapes with clarity and intention, creating healthier relationships, better decision-making, and greater resilience. While many people focus solely on technical skills or intellect, it's emotional intelligence that often determines long-term success and satisfaction in life. The first step in building emotional intelligence is self-awareness. You must develop the ability to identify and understand your emotions as they arise. This requires mindfulness and introspection, taking the time to notice your feelings, acknowledge their presence, and reflect on their causes. For example, if you feel anxious before a big presentation, self-awareness allows you to recognize the source of that anxiety. Perhaps it's a fear of failure or a lack of preparation. By naming the emotion and its cause, you create a foundation for managing it effectively. Self-awareness is not about judging your emotions as good or bad, it's about understanding them so you can respond rather than react. Once you've developed self-awareness, the next step is self-regulation, the ability to manage your emotions in a constructive way. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending they don't exist. Instead, it's about channeling them into productive actions. For instance, if you're feeling frustrated about a work situation, self-regulation helps you avoid lashing out or shutting down. Instead, you might take a moment to pause, process your feelings, and approach the issue with a clear mind. Self-regulation also involves learning to delay gratification and control impulses, which are critical skills for long-term success. For example, resisting the urge to respond to criticism defensively can lead to more constructive conversations and stronger relationships. Empathy is another cornerstone of emotional intelligence. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, even if you haven't experienced the same circumstances. Empathy goes beyond simply listening to someone's words. It involves tuning in to their emotions and perspectives. For example, if a colleague is struggling with a personal issue that affects their performance, empathy allows you to approach the situation with compassion rather than judgment. This doesn't mean excusing poor behavior, but it does mean recognizing the human experience behind the actions. Empathy strengthens relationships, fosters trust, and creates a supportive environment where people feel valued. Social skills are an equally important component of emotional intelligence. These skills involve the ability to navigate interpersonal relationships with tact, respect, and understanding. Whether you're leading a team, resolving a conflict, or building new connections, strong social skills allow you to communicate effectively and inspire collaboration. For example, if you're managing a team project, your ability to motivate and engage team members can significantly impact the outcome. Social skills also include the ability to handle disagreements constructively. Instead of escalating conflicts, emotionally intelligent individuals seek solutions that benefit all parties, preserving relationships while addressing issues. Another aspect of building emotional intelligence is developing emotional resilience, the capacity to bounce back from setbacks and adapt to challenges. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding difficulties, it means facing them with a positive and proactive mindset. Emotionally intelligent people understand that failure and adversity are part of life, and they use these experiences as opportunities for growth. For example, if you face rejection in your career or personal life, emotional resilience helps you process the disappointment, learn from the experience, and move forward with renewed determination. Resilience is deeply tied to your ability to manage stress and maintain emotional balance, even in the face of uncertainty. Practicing emotional intelligence also requires a commitment to lifelong learning and personal growth. Your emotions and relationships are constantly evolving, and building EQ is an ongoing process. This involves seeking feedback from others, reflecting on your interactions, and being open to change. For example, if you receive feedback that you tend to dominate conversations, an emotionally intelligent response is to reflect on this observation, recognize its validity, and work on improving your listening skills. Personal growth requires humility and a willingness to address blind spots in your emotional landscape. Emotional intelligence is about creating positive emotional environments for yourself and those around you. Your emotional state has a ripple effect, influencing the mood and behavior of others. For instance, if you remain calm and composed during a stressful situation, you can help de-escalate tension and inspire confidence in your team. Conversely, if you allow anger or frustration to dominate, it can spread negativity and hinder collaboration. By cultivating a positive emotional environment, you create a space where people feel motivated, supported, and empowered to succeed. Building emotional intelligence takes time, practice, and intentionality. It's a skill that benefits not only your personal and professional life, but also the lives of those around you. When you develop the ability to understand and manage your emotions, connect with others on a deeper level, and navigate challenges with grace, you unlock a powerful tool for achieving success and fulfillment. Surrounding yourself with supportive and positive individuals is a key factor in managing your emotions and achieving success. The people in your life significantly influence your mindset, emotional well-being, and ability to stay focused on your goals. Relationships are a powerful source of energy and encouragement, but they can also be draining and toxic if not chosen wisely. To manage your emotions effectively, you must carefully curate your social circle and build a network of people who uplift, motivate, and challenge you to grow. The first step in surrounding yourself with supportive people is recognizing the impact that others have on your emotional state. Every interaction, whether positive or negative, leaves an impression on your mood and outlook. Positive, encouraging individuals tend to bring out your best qualities, inspire confidence, and help you navigate challenges with resilience. On the other hand, toxic or unsupportive people may criticize, drain your energy, or create unnecessary stress. Becoming aware of how you feel after spending time with someone is a valuable exercise. If you consistently feel inspired, motivated, or comforted, that person likely adds value to your life. If you leave interactions feeling anxious, frustrated, or diminished, it may be time to reevaluate that relationship. One of the most important types of relationships to cultivate is those with people who believe in your potential and encourage you to pursue your dreams. These individuals provide not only emotional support, but also valuable perspectives and advice. For example, a mentor who has achieved similar goals can guide you through obstacles and help you stay focused. Friends or colleagues who cheer for your successes and stand by you during setbacks are equally essential. Their belief in you strengthens your self-confidence and reminds you of your own capabilities, especially when you're doubting yourself. Supportive relationships also offer a sense of belonging, which is crucial for emotional well-being. When you surround yourself with people who understand and accept you for who you are, it creates a safe space to express your feelings and share your challenges. This emotional safety allows you to process difficult emotions in a healthy way rather than suppressing them or letting them overwhelm you. For instance, having a close friend or family member to talk to during stressful times can alleviate feelings of isolation and provide clarity on how to move forward. Knowing that you have a reliable support system can help you stay grounded and resilient, even in the face of adversity. In addition to emotional support, positive people can serve as sources of inspiration and motivation. Being around individuals who are driven, passionate, and optimistic can ignite similar qualities within yourself. Their energy and enthusiasm are contagious, encouraging you to aim higher and push through challenges. For example, if you're working toward a challenging goal, spending time with someone who has already achieved a similar milestone can help you see what's possible. Their success becomes a reminder that your own aspirations are within reach, and their determination can fuel your own. While supportive relationships are invaluable, it's equally important to distance yourself from toxic or negative influences. Toxic relationships often involve people who undermine your confidence, criticize your efforts, or drain your energy. These individuals may be overly critical, manipulative, or dismissive of your goals. Recognizing these patterns and setting boundaries is essential for protecting your emotional health. For example, if someone constantly discourages you or dismisses your achievements, it may be necessary to limit your interactions with them or even let go of the relationship entirely. Letting go of toxic influences creates space for healthier connections to flourish. Another critical aspect of surrounding yourself with supportive people is contributing to those relationships in a meaningful way. It's not enough to seek out positive influences, you must also strive to be a positive influence yourself. Building strong, supportive connections requires mutual effort, trust, and respect. This means offering encouragement, celebrating others' successes, and being there during difficult times. For example, if a friend is facing a challenge, offering a listening ear or words of encouragement strengthens the bond between you. When you invest in others, they are more likely to invest in you, creating a reciprocal relationship that benefits both parties. Diversity within your social circle is also important. Surrounding yourself with people from different backgrounds, perspectives, and experiences broadens your horizons and helps you grow emotionally and intellectually. Diverse relationships challenge you to see the world from new angles, helping you develop greater empathy and adaptability. For instance, working closely with someone who has overcome different obstacles can provide valuable insights into how to tackle your own challenges. Exposure to diverse perspectives fosters emotional growth and enhances your ability to connect with others. Finally, surrounding yourself with supportive people doesn't mean relying solely on others for validation or strength. While relationships play a vital role in emotional well-being, true strength comes from within. Supportive individuals should complement your inner resilience, not replace it. When you cultivate a strong sense of self and pair it with a network of positive relationships, you create an unshakable foundation for success. By choosing to surround yourself with individuals who believe in you, challenge you, and inspire you, you empower yourself to face life's challenges with confidence and determination. Surrounding yourself with supportive and positive individuals is crucial for managing your emotions and achieving success. The right people uplift, motivate, and challenge you to grow, while toxic influences can drain your energy and hinder progress. By building a strong, encouraging network and contributing to those relationships, you create a foundation for emotional well-being and personal growth, empowering you to face challenges with resilience and confidence.